viewers, and welcome back to the Sea. What do we have on the show today? Well, we got Debian bookworm right there. On what? This is the RPI 500 Plus. This was gifted to me from Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, who sent me the Drobo so long ago. I begged and pleaded and said, please do not do that, but he did it anyway, and I greatly appreciate it. The question at hand, and this is going to be a very short video because it's October 20th when I'm filming this. I'll try and fast push this out in between repairs. My desk is a wreck, and I am not at all ready for this video, but I wanted to get it out. This is not a review of it. This is a test. There's a new issue with Pimiga5.
Oh shit.
Go figure. It is called CPU Stepping Mode 0, and it involves certain Raspberry Pis from the 5 and 500 series machines that are these ones. This is the original 500 that I built Pimiga5 on. It's right here. We're going to pop this out in just a second. The new cost-reduced CPU or a change in the CPU required a special DTB file in the boot partition to make it work on the Stepping Mode Zeros. But that led to another problem. If I am Pimiga5 on a Raspberry Pi 500 Plus with Stepping Mode 0 fixed, will it work on the original Pi 500 or the 5 or the 4 or 400 or etc. So I have all of them out. Here's a 400. We'll classify you as the 4. We'll classify you as the 5 and 500, and this is the 500 Plus. This has an internal 256 gig SSD. We'll get into a full breakdown of this thing later. There's been a lot of other reviews on it. It has a chiclety key on these that I've gotten so used to. Typing on this feels weird. It's very clickety-clackety, which I do like. I'm going to turn off, we're just going to shut down the internal SSD. You got to pry it apart to get it out, so I'm not doing that at this time. For S&Gs, this is Pimiga5. We're just going to borrow its stuff. Yep, bear with me. Doing it live, I don't want to make it look like magic. The only thing in here is a mouse, the power cord, and the whatever size card this is, 128 gig Samsung Super Duper. I'm going to move this out of the way. Move this out of the way. Just parts everywhere. Energize. Can of kit power switch. Pimiga5, not going to touch nothing. This is not Trixie, this is still Bookworm because it works. Trixie screwed everything up and Amaberry broke, so we're leaving it where she works. This is Pimiga5 on a Raspberry Pi 500. After this boots, which I know it boots because I was just using it, or hopefully it boots still. It's booting. Fried chicken. You know how to roll. Pimiga5. Backdrops are not done yet. Hey, there's a backdrop competition that nobody entered. Go check out my live stream that nobody watched in April. Okay, so this is the Raspberry Pi 5. It works. I'll do a simple demo just to show you that it's working. It's iGame. iDemo will do state of the art. Okay? You've seen it 1,000 times. God, that's loud. F10 to quit. Alright, great. We're just going to shut it down with the magic power button for Pis. Instant off. Pull this out. Leave this here. Okay? There is nothing in this SD card. She's empty. It does have an SSD in here somewhere. I'm going to plug this back in. Power off. Power. HDMI mini. Pain in the butt. All this room. Can't put a regular HDMI cable on here. Okay. Taking this out of here. Doing nothing. Haven't touched this. Doing this. Now, since this has an internal SSD, it's going to boot one time and turn off. Why? Because it has to flip its boot mode to boot off micro SD. Here we go. Turn this light off. We have a green light on the power dude here. You can see a green reflection. RGB mode on the keyboard, which will turn off on Pimiga until you touch a key. If this works, I should see something in a second when it flips its boot mode. There's the hard drive. Will it just work, or will it power down and I have to power it back on? Still green on my reflectivity of my finger here. Nothing on the screen because I forgot to plug the damn cable in all the way. It might be up. Yeah, it was up. We guru'd. So does it work? Perfect. This is what you're going to see, some weird stuff. Got a guru, and I got some, because I unplugged my display mid-flight. All right, let's do this. Let's quit. Let's reboot. So here we go. Make sure your display is plugged in before you boot, or it just borks everything. RGB mode kicks in. Now I've done nothing. Pi 5 to 500 plus, or 500 to 500 plus. There you go. Let's run the same demo. What was it? 9 fingers. Or no, state of the art. Audio's fine. Pi 500 plus is now your Pimiga500 plus. Cool. So, not meant to be control, Amiga control. Control, Pi, control is Amiga. Yeah. You want to see a benchmark? So let's see some. Stepping mode 0, will my super pursuit mode work? I don't know. Ooh, that keyboard feels good but weird. We're running at 2.4 gigahertz, Pi 500. This is not a stepping mode 0. Pi 500 Rev 1.0. 1.1 is the new one, so great. 16 gig of RAM. So you said Pimiga wouldn't run on a 16 gig Pi. LDXE Wayfire, running Wayfire for the window manager. 16 gigs of RAM. So, this is a stepping mode 0, or not a stepping mode 0. Let's just run Pimiga 5 again. We're going to run a quick benchmark, and I'm just showing you that the Pi 500 does work on Pimiga 5. I have to figure out the stepping mode 0 stuff. I do not have one, but I have to buy another Pi 5 for an upcoming project because I can't stop getting these little cases. Here we go. 1.99 million dry stone per second, 2,000 MIPS, 689 megaflops. I've got her in 68030 mode because it works for you while I'm developing it. You can crank it up to what you want. And that's it. So that is Pimiga 5 on the Raspberry Pi 500 Plus and 5. But does it still work retro on the 4? Sure, let's see. Power button. Off. Out, out, out. Pull this card out. Whoops. Don't lose it. Don't break it. It's the only one. Orange, orange. Nothing in her sleeve. Nothing up her sleeve. Put the card in before I drop it. Scratch it. Lose it. Raspberry Pi 400. Cables are reversed. Yep. Yep. Energize. Turn this light off. Ugh. Now this is the orange bottomed, pink bottomed, red coral bottomed Raspberry Pi 400. And I plug her into the wrong slot. Sure did. But I'll leave it. Let's see if it detects. If I see that rainbow, I plugged it into the wrong slot, but it'll figure it out. Why should you go to the 5? Because it's faster. This is still a great machine. Turn the volume down. There's our chicken. 50 hertz. And run iDemo. Let's see, is my JIT off? Function F12. CPU. JIT is on. And we'll do favorites. State of the art. Works fine. F10 to quit. This is only running at 1.8 gigahertz. It's not overclocked. So it works on a 4. It works on a 400. Shut it down and boom. So that's the status of it. I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible. I'm also working 13 plus hour days. That's fun. I'm working from home today. I'm in between 2 meetings, so I'm trying to knock this out. Special thanks to Mr. Scott and everybody who was involved in getting one of these for me. I know they're hard to get now. So Canakit had them, and that's where it came from. So Mr. Scott, special thank you to you. Special thank you to all my subscribers and followers. Please go watch that Pimiga5 live stream if you haven't. It's all about the art contest that's coming up very soon. Stay tuned for future updates. Thanks for watching this quick video, and I hope you learned something.
Yo, it's Big Snoop D.O. Double Gears. People ask me, do I really know Dr. Chris? To which I say, hells yeah, I know him. So how about tossing sense into the Patreon? It's only $1 a month. Keep on saving them amigas.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?